Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Urfspace Live Holiday Special. And we're going to have a few guests with us this morning. A special guest, Amber Greenlee. She's going to be back with us as a sort of more permanent kind of guest. And we're going to have Dale here. Our producer will be moderating. We're trying out our new format. And we'll be doing some holiday-themed drawings. So stick around, and here is our title. All right. Good morning, everybody. So yes, so this is our new format of the show. I'm your host, Chuck Whelan. This is Planet Earth Entertainment. Urfspace is my science fiction cartoon single panel. Urfspace Live, we do live drawing for you every Saturday morning. And this is the first show with a new format where I'll be starting the show like this, with a little monologue without being interrupted by anybody. And I don't know what I do if I'm on my own. I just would talk on as if people were listening to me. I don't know. So it's very useful for me to have somebody like come along and talk to while I'm doing this show, which is why I have my good friend, Mr. Dale Sipperley. I'm going to bring him up now. So what I do is I go click on Welcome Dale. And hang on, we have to bring him up. Okay, we have to turn him on too. There we go. There he is. Hello, Dale.
Hey, campers.
Right, so we bring up Dale. This is how the show works now. So I didn't have a big monologue today. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to do a little bit of art calendar too. I don't have a big art calendar. It's the holidays. I did art battle. So with Dale and I, we're going to talk about art battle a little bit. Just quickly review that. Because I went back to my final art battle. Not my final art battle. My third final art battle for this year. I've done it 3 times. This year started off with me going along to see my buddy George Webber. I know George a little bit, and he passed away this year. But before that happened, he went up and competed in art battle. Hello, Dale. Yes, would you like to say something?
No, I'm counting off the times you've gone to art battle.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're counting off the 9 times it's art battle. Yes. Okay.
You saw your friend, your late friend George Webber. So go on.
Yes.
Does that count?
Yes, I saw George Webber. He competed in art battle then, and I'd seen my friend Greg the previous year. So and I went along, tried to put my name in the hat, didn't get in, tried to find out how to get in, got up on stage. I think the first time in July, and thanks to Dale, we did a lot of training and practicing on this show. I started the show when I first started doing this show a couple of years ago. I was sort of doing my Itsy Bitsy Spider Kickstarter, and I was sort of chatting with Chris, and Dale came on, and we've gone through different formats, and we've sort of had guests, we've tried different things, and this year it's a lot been about the art battling and the live drawing. And I wasn't doing a lot of live drawing at the beginning, and Dale sort of gradually encouraged me to do that. And it's quite difficult. I think all artists will agree that any kid, when you're drawing and the teacher comes and starts looking over your shoulder, you're like It's a natural game. And quantum physics tells us that the observer affects the observation. And Doug Kovacs of Goodman Games, like he definitely thinks that yes, you should sort of be practicing. You know, it's a different art form. Let's say it's a different art thing where you're doing something where somebody's watching you do it versus when you're sort of quietly doing it.
You're Bob Ross.
Yes, and you know, and there's a performance thing. Like Bob Ross sort of learned that, you know, when you're performing, and what I learned in Art Battle is really sort of every stroke counts for a lot. You know, you sort of got to go minimize. And I've learned a lot from doing that, and I'll probably continue to do Art Battles from time to time, but it's not going to be my main focus right now. I don't know. Well, maybe I'm a bit undecided about that. We'll wait and see what the new year brings. But I've definitely did it this time. The third time, I think it was the third time I got a bit more nervous about it because, you know, I sort of knew what to expect, and I was trying to compete and take it more seriously or whatever. And then, but I didn't think about it too much until like just the day before. But yes, I did a good job. I think I did an elf, and I didn't think that I came out good, but I didn't think it would sell probably because it's very you know, people want a painting they can hang on their wall. I learned last time people want a painting they can hang on their wall all year round, and you know, so elf. You know, that can only really come out at Christmas, and then what you're going to do with it the rest of the year. So, no worries. But I had a couple of very nice people came up and, as always, made very nice compliments. So that was exciting. So, all right. So here's Dale. Welcome, Dale. Now, how are we doing on time here? I've got to look at the schedule. Okay, so 10:07. So, yes, so that's good. So now's time to say, hello, Dale. What have you been up to?
Well, if we're not talking about all the meetings we had about the show and the tech check that we did for the last 30 minutes, I was happily asleep. And I'm awake. I'm happy for the show. I have my iPad. I'm going to be drawing and fighting the palm rejection on this. And when we get a lull in the show, I have stuff that I've picked up this week. I hope all of you are done with your Christmas shopping, and if not, I have some suggestions. If you're watching from another state or another country, well, you're kind of hosed.
Well, that'll come under our new segment called Dale's Retail Roundup.
Yeah.
And other things we're going to be doing now on the show is more drawing, even though I'm starting off with a bit of coffee drinking and tea. There will be more... guaranteed more drawing. We're going to bring back having guests. So let's move right on then and bring on who have we got for a guest this week, Dale?
What's her name?
Thingy.
I'm pretending Thingy. I'm pretending I don't know it to piss her off. Amber Greenlee, our pal Amber Greenlee, the cartoonist and host of our sister show Philo.
Yes.
Hi, Amber.
Me. Hi, yes. I am Amber Greenlee. I'm the one that is always in the comments bugging you guys about not doing tech check, which is why I made you do the half-hour tech check this morning, which is why the show is so smooth now.
Yeah, maybe get up a half hour earlier.
I'm
Thanks.
sorry. I want to be professional.
You're going to bring a new. You've brought a new level of professionality to this show. We decided to up the game. We decided, are we doing the show or not doing the show? If we're doing it, we got to get better. So we're making an effort. This is a pre-New Year's resolution. We're going to start enforcing the new year, but this is our first sort of tech checky. Like, let's have a go. And here's our new format. And the new format involves having a theme.
Yes, and the first theme is what? Doing it right.
Well, it's Christmas theme. I think we're doing Christmas theme. This week is our theme is Christmas, isn't it? And so we're going to have a prompt. So Emma and I are now going to draw. And we're going to just start off with a 10-minute or 15-minute drawing.
Okay.
On some sort of prompt to the holiday. Now, is anybody tuning in? Do we have any viewers on the chat?
Tina's here. Tina is coming.
Tina, hello, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Yeah. Okay, so we're doing a 15-minute drawing, holiday-related, something holiday-related.
Give us some sort of holiday theme prompt, maybe.
Okay.
Tina says my hat looks like a diaper.
Oh, no, I think I like your hat.
You should.
Right, thanks, Sam, you take over now. Sam's going to be manipulating things in the background for your best viewing pleasure. So if you're not seeing things properly or whatever, viewers, you shout up and you say, Sam, or we're calling Charles, actually. Okay, that's another thing, new show. Sam, I call him Sam. It's his middle name. It's a kid. It's sort of family joke. We call each other Charles and then go by the middle name. But Sam goes by Charles in his life, and now he feels like it's a bit childish.
I apologize.
We're going to might call him Charles now. Charles. We call him Sam Charles. I'll call him Sam Charles.
I will start calling Charles. I will have to change it. And yeah, even this morning when I broke something, I'm like, Sam, help me! Poor guy. Oh, yeah. He's like,
I mean, if they know it's me, I mean,
she's treating me like a kid.
I have to learn a new name.
That's what I'm telling you. It can have worse. All right, there's my scoring, and then Amber's going to come up now. Sam will sort of switch between what we're doing.
Charles,
I need another name for him.
Charles, I fixed the problem between the two screens. I am sharing mine as an extra camera, so you can actually have my screen and his screen on at the same time.
We're okay.
Yeah, all you have to do is just turn on my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, have it on the screen. Does it fit in another window?
Yeah, he just has to turn off the timer.
Okay, so we'll have the timer off the screen.
Yeah, turn the timer off the screen and then turn my screen on.
There we go.
See, I solved your problem. I fixed it in Philo.
Holy fudge, we have a viewer. It's
Mr.
Doc.
Hi,
Mr. Doc says hello and says, found you via the book tag. How are you all? We suck. I had to get up a half hour earlier.
Well, no. It's not.
That means
terrible.
We're awesome, Dale. That means we're trying even harder than before. So we're actually awesome.
Yeah.
I want my half hour back.
Wait, I don't have my pencils.
Your half of 0 is still nothing, Dale.
Wait. We did all this tech check and Chuck's now looking for a pencil. Wait, if he's Chuck and you're Charles, should we change our names so that it's just easier on all of us?
It's okay.
Okay.
Right,
And still, I never said I take offense. What I said in the car was, I have found in my older age that I feel more closely connected to Charles than I feel closer connected to Sam. So it's not like I'm going to be offended if you call me Sam. I just feel like it's more my actual name if you call me Charles.
Old age?
Charles.
Now that you're older?
Yeah, 22 is a lot older than 16 when you were 22.
I don't know what I'm drawing yet. Wait, before we get into this discussion?
I thought we were drawing something holiday related. I thought
yes. I just wondered if we were having a more of a prompt or not. Yeah, or more specific prompts within the holiday theme.
Anything holiday related that you can think of. It looks like Amber is beginning to draw a deer or reindeer.
Reindeer.
Oh yes, a cute little Rudolph. That's what my my medicine man Joseph told me, and he said I should do a cute little baby reindeer. Which I think would have won, because it was definitely the ones that were popular were a unicorn and one that was quite nice. It was sort of pink and blue colors. It was more a sort of color like water lily sort of thing. To describe it.
I'm cheating. I'm going before the timer.
I did actually start the timer, so that's just running late.
Right, well, the timer didn't need to start till 10:15, but we're okay.
I'm putting this extra pressure on
Chuck. It's all right.
But Charles, what I wanted to say is my brother's name is Aaron Joseph, right? Mm-hmm. And so when he was little, he used to go by AJ. But when he was about your age, he realized that Aaron was a lot more mature. And that he also realized that, like, giving people the permission to call him AJ kind of gave them this feeling like they were in his inner circle.
Yeah.
Right? And so it allowed him to kind of distance some people and then allow others to kind of, like, business wise, it it was a manipulation tactic for him to kind of like, hey, you're my buddy, call me AJ, right?
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, and so you will have that always in your life, that it's like, oh, it's something that, like, it's a family name.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So it's good to have that in your pocket.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Although my own father told me not to do it. He said it was annoying.
Essentially confirming that it would happen.
Well, Charles, I think the lesson that Amber is trying to teach you is it's always good to have an alias.
Okay. Yes, this is getting on to a Charlie Muffin thing. And if you're a new viewer, if the new format is brought in any new viewers, Dale, do you want to tell them about the 3 movies they should watch?
Yes, if you're new to the show, we recommend 3 movies to spiritually enlighten you.
I haven't seen 1.5 of them.
Yeah, you all suck. Zardoz. You probably saw the floating stone head. We all worship Zardoz. And
I'm going to replace that with a head of Dale.
Sorry. Circle of Iron, which you can get free on Tubi. And then Charlie Muffin, which is free on YouTube. Yeah, shut up, Amber.
I don't worship Zardoz. I'm sorry. I just don't.
You should. But if you watch all 3 of those movies, you will find yourself spiritually enlightened.
Zardoz has value because it's the way science fiction might have gone if there hadn't been that Space Wizards movie.
Yeah, which ruined science fiction for us. Stupid laser sword.
Dale, I quite like it.
I hate that.
We'll probably do that as a theme. We'll do that. That will definitely be a theme in 2025. Will be Space Wizards. We'll put that quite early on. Yeah, if there are any themes you'd like, write in and tell us.
How about a sleeping in on Saturday morning theme?
That's no fun for the viewers.
It would be fun.
Yeah, they're sleeping in. But, yeah.
we could set up an Amber cam. Amber, do you still have a crib cam?
No, I have plenty of webcams for my setup. I have a cat cam, I have a wander cam, I have the Amber cam. Space Wizards does encompass much of the popular sci-fi space, says Mr. Dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always just important to remember that there's another way you can go.
You see, I'm old school. I want to see movies about space viruses, and I want Soylent Green. What I really want back is apes. I want more apes.
Yeah.
Wait, we just had more apes, Dale.
We did?
Yeah, there was just a whole series of movies of Planet of the Apes that most people thought were quite good. Apart from the very last one they just did was a bit of phoning in, but it was still better than Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, you say Battle for the Planet of the Apes better.
The best, the lesson everyone needs to learn from any of those Planet of the Apes movies, old or new, is apes together strong.
Yeah.
Is that the new one or the old one? I'm not sure. That's
the old, or that's the new ones. But apes together strong.
Yeah. I think that's a good message.
Yeah.
Apes together into Nicene Ape War. No.
Apes together incite insurrections.
Yeah, apes together strong.
Well, it was another good San Francisco Gets Destroyed first movie. That's what we all know living here, is that when it kicks off, we're going down first. They have made that perfectly clear in all the media.
Yeah.
Well, I think
people in San Francisco got no business going like, I didn't know that the first nuclear bomb was going to hit San Francisco.
Well, I think that's because San Francisco is just such a photogenic city that it looks good to be destroyed on screen.
Plus all the tech. Yes.
I'm reading a series by Peter
too,
Hamilton that's all about a planet with multiple hive minds, organisms launching nukes at each other until there is an apex hive mind that then sets its sights on humans and their galactic colony. It's not all space wizards, just gotta find the right writers.
Sorry for the text wall. That actually sounds really cool, Mr. Doc. That sounds awesome. Like, so how does the hive mind work? You got to talk to us here. I'm curious about this.
It's like a regular mind, but with more bees.
Yeah. And the book tag, I'm working on a book on like my own channel, and I think I accidentally left it up on Art Glitch. I'm sorry. Because I'm not working on the book right now. I'm doing the podcast and I'm drawing a reindeer. But yeah. Space wizards weren't terrible. They didn't destroy science fiction. It just created a branch of it.
Yeah, it's 70. It was still 70s science fiction. They're both creatures of the 70s.
Well, I think one thing that Star Wars did do too is it created a dirty, grungy, lived-in science fiction, whereas prior to that, you had this beautiful, clean, kind of like 2001 Logan's Run, like everything was like pristine kind of science fiction. And then, Star Wars was all grungy, and there was like blast marks against things and dirt, and you could see where like corrosion had happened, and like ports had like black stuff coming out of it from a long period of time of use. And there's trash bins that existed in Star Wars. It was exciting because we didn't see that in movies and sci-fi for a long time. And I don't even think Doctor Who had like dirty sci-fi. It was still kind of clean.
Well, I don't know. Yes, that's a good question.
Okay.
I think Doctor Who did also, because it has Doctor Who has the future humans go out through the galaxy. Sorry, Dale. Yeah, and then they fall apart. But yes, and then there's not many humans. Then humans are sort of very scattered and disparate. Yeah, so it has quite a lot. Doctor Who goes through a lot of different phases. Yes, so I don't know. Yes.
Have you forgotten Silent Running? Have you forgotten Dark Star? I mean, there's been dirty sci-fi.
Yes, but were these before or after Star Wars?
They were before Star Wars.
I'm thinking
it brought a new aesthetic.
Yeah, Dale, but I don't know about those, and I know about Star Wars. So how did that happen?
Yeah.
Because you're 22?
I don't know about Dark Star.
No, the question is how did it stay relevant? Like, how did Star Wars stay relevant and those not stay relevant? Like, that is the interesting thing about Star Wars, is that it came out in 1977 and it's still extremely relevant in 2024. Those movies are not relevant anymore.
Well, it's relevant in that it's a money-generating intellectual property, but it sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah, I mean, this is the issue, Dale. We're living in a world where quality does not equal success.
So
also, we've got another Mr. Doc message.
Yes, Mr. Doc says it's sort of similar to Xenomorphs, where there is a queen that births worker drones and warriors that she can give directives and send out, but cannot see through them or directly control them without using her direct attention. Some of the warriors are bred for infiltration and can imitate and infect humans, sort of becoming their own queen with human subjects. Its goal is to find and steal humans faster than light travel, but it has to slowly breach through all the outer planets until Earth... ... I think that's the end of the message.
That sounds a bit like the gnomes in Pewful, at least in how the gnome queen operates.
Oh, really?
Alien queen, the hive mind, or at least I'm stealing that.
Are you? You don't steal from our viewers. That's not nice.
You don't have guests on, so
if we can't steal from our viewers, why do we have them?
Oh, come on, that's not nice. No,
I'm not stealing. I like the idea of a hive mind. That sounds good.
Well, yeah, but I mean, hive minds. the idea of a hive mind is not unique. How you treat it is very unique, and this is a unique idea. So let Mr. Doc have their idea. It's only fair. Yeah, I know it's a good idea, so let them have their idea.
The show is not fair. There is nothing to do with the show.
No, this show is a break from reality on a Saturday.
Let's see. Until reaching Earth, text limit hit, so I kind of abbreviated the end. Yeah, no, that's it sounds like a cool idea about your hive mind and about the expending of energy. I imagine the queen would like kind of almost go into a hibernating state when she has to expel that energy, because her focus is like on this guy, right? So if she's looking through this guy's eyes or whatever, or controlling him or whatever, she's not focused on herself, and she'd be vulnerable. So it's interesting, yeah. But I don't know. Chuck also is a DM for Dungeons and Dragons, so
Oh yes, that's my main hobby.
Yeah.
Apart from drawing, well, drawing. Yeah, drawing's my activity, my work, I suppose. But that's my main hobby. D&D is just something I do every couple of weeks to relax.
I had the opportunity, I had the invitation to be part of a Roll20 like weekly game and on their YouTube channel, but like I'm so busy and a girl needs to eat. I need that time to like eat and work on painting work. And so it's nice to be asked, but a girl needs to eat. So,
yeah, you got a lot on your plate.
Yeah,
right
D&D
now, right?
is a bit of a time commitment.
Well, it would be like a 4 to 5 hour commitment every Sunday, and for a live stream. And I appreciate that, but on top of that, it's also your preparation outside of the podcast. It's your preparation of the character, and then they had other obligations for the podcast to make sure that it was a smooth podcast.
Yeah, that sounds like too much like work and not enough like fun.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why I'm kind of against the, like, I don't know, I run a D&D campaign as well, and we've like, we could do a podcast, but it's like, then it's just going to make it not fun.
Yeah, I'm already ruined drawing by making
it work. How much time do we have on our clock?
Not long.
Oh my god. Well, we've got about 1 minute.
Okay.
Well, these timers, they're not hard and fast, but yeah, we want to try and do it like 10:30. We're having our first commercial break, and after that, we're going to go into our long drawing.
We have commercials.
Yeah.
All team members may submit commercials or any other segments that they'd like to run. Or viewers, if you have a segment you would like us to air on the show, send it in, and we'll consider short segments for airing.
Yeah, we will advertise your channels and your Instagrams and stuff like that. So like send us like 10-second, 30-second little, hey, this is my Instagram. And we will do little shout outs.
Or I'll tell you what you have to do is make a drawing video.
Yeah.
Send us a drawing video and we'll air that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I'm not talking about like an Instagram where it's like, okay, this is me and my shoes. We're talking like an Instagram where it's like, this is me and my painting. Yeah. Make it an art Instagram.
We'll look at it if it's just you and your pet, but
yeah. Well, I mean, dogs and cats
that's what we're looking for.
Yeah. Dogs and cats are okay. We always like looking at dogs and cats.
We love animals, all animals. That's a good theme. Pets.
But it's hard. It's hard to go wrong with like a dog or a cat.
All right, 10 seconds.
Oh no, really? I'm going to do a little shading. All right.
I mean, you can go longer if you want, but
hey, but that's cheating. But then again, I was cheating.
Right, well, I'll just screw it up. It's the last minute. That's all right. Then it sort of forces you to like do what? Well, we'll see what happens.
Mr. Doc is asking if there's any book series we've been reading that or favorites.
Ooh.
Well, if you're epic science fiction, I definitely love Alistair Reynolds' Revelation Space series.
Oh, I realized I just made a 3-legged animal. I need to fix that.
I am still a fan of the late David Drake. So
Are we done? Is our 10 seconds done?
Yeah.
I gotta like wang the bell.
Okay, you got it. Yeah, you got to ring the bell on me.
Okay, yeah, I could ring the bell, but before I was told the bell I had was a bit obnoxious.
Oh, my bell's.
Yeah, Dale's bell is very calm and nice.
It's very zen.
So this is 10-minute
It
drawing.
is a I don't know what they call them. I think they're called spirit bowls or whatever.
Mr. Doc says he hasn't heard of epic sci-fi before. He's heard of epic fantasy, but not epic sci-fi. I mean, yeah, I mean, Star Wars, I guess, would be an epic sci-fi fantasy.
Yes. Yeah, Revelation Space is a good mix of sort of action and like really big sci-fi ideas. So, like, he's sort of building on things that everyone's done before, but he sort of takes it to a very, new level of sort of mind warping, building on. I mean, there's things that like the what were the Culture series that Ian M. Banks did? There's those.
This is 10 or 15 minutes.
This was 15 minutes.
This was 15 minutes, first drawing, and then 10:30 is first commercial break. All right, so actually now, Sam, now you need to air some commercials and videos, and that's a very nice job there, Amber. Amber did a lovely reindeer.
I can draw better.
We can all talk about it. This is we start off now with a new format.
Oh wow, yours is really good.
Look, there's Dale's done a fun cartoon. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys did really good, and mine. Oh, I don't like mine.
Oh, we have Ahoyo.
I wish Dale could share his screen.
Our viewer is back. Our loyal viewer Ahoyo is back.
Hey, Ahoyo.
Wow.
Hello. You just joined us in time. We're about to take our first official commercial break.
Oh.
We did these art drawings these were 15-minute drawings that you see on the screen. Mr. Doc likes the reindeer head and face. And yeah, so what commercials are we running? Just any?
Yeah. Well, what do we have in the videos? Just the usual stock of commercials that we have. Run a video and a commercial.
All right. Well, I'm gonna run a video. All right.
Right. I've got featured Lady Pop already. right. All right, wait. Okay, I think that's enough videos now.
Okay.
I think we just need one little video and a short commercial or something. That's good. All right. 2 songs. We don't need 2 songs break. All right. Otherwise, viewers will be like, well, get on with the drawing. All right. So here we are. All right. So that was our warm-up drawings. Now we have to do a long drawing. Are we liking the format, the new format?
I like it.
Yeah.
I think so.
I like it. So how long of a drawing?
So this is like, so this is now like till the end of the show.
Okay.
So 11:50. So if we start now, so what is it? It'll be 11:40. It'll be like an hour and 10 minutes, or an hour and 50. Make an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, let's make it an hour, and then we can use that 15 minutes for cleanup after.
Yeah, cleanup and post chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do that. 60 minutes. Nice, solid 60 minutes.
All right.
I'm not sure. I smell like maybe I wanted a little more.
Ahoyo is commenting that Dale looks very distinguished today, and Mr. Dog says timed warm-ups into a long one is a big brain format. I would agree. I think that is a good format.
Yeah.
Well, we put our heads together. We put our tiny brains together, and they made a bigger brain.
Yes. We had at least 3 brain cells between the 3 of us when we had our plan.
At least.
Oh God, the meeting was like so much blah 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 blah.
Well, yeah, and I was traveling, my baby was in the back. It was crazy. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, so we are doing holiday theme, or are we refining the theme for this final drawing?
Well, I know what I want to do a sort of figure in a landscape, because I've got like this, and that's sort of what I like. And I had some successful figures in landscapes that I did.
Okay.
On the show in this sort of format. So that's sort of the format that I want to do.
Okay.
Like a warm-up figure and then a figure in a landscape.
Okay. I'll think of something. Yeah, I gotta figure out something.
Ooh, good King Wenceslas.
Ooh, if it's a longer drawing, I might use perspective tools.
Ooh.
Yeah, perspective tools, yo. In fact, yeah, let's do that. Let's do perspective tools.
All right.
All right, let me know when we're ready to start.
Yeah, we're starting.
Officially? Right now?
I'm not going to run a timer. I'm just going to say at 11:40, we are going to say that that's been an hour.
Okay, I'm starting.
Okay. I think that, no, well, the plan is it's 11:50.
11:50? Okay,
Yeah,
so an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's that's the end of the drawing time. But then that gives you 10 minutes of little. Oh, quick! I was just going to finish some things, and then we move into wrap up zone.
All right, sounds good.
I'll put all this stuff in the schedule. It's just sort of what we do anyway, but it's just to sort of have a format. And like Amber's sort of our permanent guest, but if Amber can't come or whatever, we might bring in another guest or something, and they can take the shape that Amber's molded out for them. But Amber's a busy lady with having a baby. She's a lady with a baby. So
I'm a lady with a baby, yo. But baby got into preschool this week.
Oh,
I said
nice.
something wrong
What's
earlier
your
that sounded
accomplishment?
terrible. I didn't mean to say it like. Was it that
She's
thing
like,
about?
she's like 3. How is she like?
She's
3?
4.
I just meant. I think that Yeah, I think
How the hell did she become 4?
I'm a feminist. I just want everyone
She
to
became
understand
4 last month when her birthday came around because it had been a whole year since she turned 3.
How do you know it was her birthday?
Because it was her birthday. The date on the calendar that she was birthed came up on the calendar again.
Yeah, also, you're literally talking to the person that exited her
Yeah,
body.
Yeah, like,
I don't
like
think she's
I
gonna
kind of
forget
remember
that.
the day.
I don't
Yeah.
think she's gonna forget that.
Sticks with you.
So,
Yeah.
Charles, producer, you remember to sort of be focusing on the art. Like, I'm not doing much right now. Amber's beavering away, so like, bring up Amber's
Maybe you
art.
could do this one a bit.
Oh, I see. I'm doing awesome. Good for me.
I have no idea what.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know. Whoever's
just sort of
doing the
switch
most
between it.
interesting thing at the moment will get the bigger platform.
The interesting thing, respond to comments, have a look at what everyone's saying. We're going to try and be more responsive to comments and just generally do a better show. And, if you've got any ideas for the show, things we should implement into the format, if you want Dale to come on in a gorilla suit or...
Yes,
think Dale
thank
should-
you. Make it as difficult for me as possible.
I think Dale should share his
birthday
screen
suits.
and draw with the rest of us.
I'm having some problems with palm rejection.
Palm rejection?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of those glovey things like Michael Jackson.
You mean like this?
Yeah, is that for drawing?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was
Yeah.
some sort of
They're
fetish
they're
thing.
like they're like $4 on Amazon.
Yeah.
But don't shop at Amazon right now. There's a strike.
Oh.
Yeah. Go to Micro Center or something.
Wait,
Okay.
they're
What
striking
up, Micro
now.
Center?
Who?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. We said no politics, so let's not talk
All right.
politics.
Yeah. I guess technically this is politics.
Yeah.
He did work there last year.
Yeah.
It's just interesting because I know now is obviously their most busy time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but the Teamsters shut down 7 or 8 of their distribution facilities on the East Coast, and the police broke it up for Bezos. No more politics. Shutting up now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a no politics rule on this show now.
Yeah.
Just to avoid unnecessary conflict.
Yeah, and it's not that
It's not
that
fun
we
to talk
don't-
about.
Yeah, it's just we get so worked up.
Yeah, we're very passionate people.
Shut up. Okay.
See, we're getting passionate when we're not even really talking about politics.
I know what's wrong with us. Okay, let's see. Where do I want my horizon line? I think right here.
Ooh, Amber's getting all perspective-y.
I told you I was getting perspective-y. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good horizon line. Oops. No, not that one. Yeah, I think here is a good horizon line. All right, I forgot. I have to do sneaky tricks.
Sneaky tricks.
Yeah, sneaky tricks, because the way that my mouse works, it doesn't let me like move stuff over, because it thinks that wherever I put my mouse down is going to be where I want the point. And so I have to do sneaky tricks before I put my mouse down in order to get the right point. And so that's my sneaky tricks.
I'm going to save and restart the app. I think I'm having problemos.
Okay.
Um,
All right. We'll see you in a bit.
What's happening?
Dale's having some technical difficulty.
Some technical hiccups.
No, we're crazy.
It's probably a bandwidth issue with the equipment you are using. If you have a lot of programs open.
I just closed a whole bunch of programs.
So that should help.
I'm gonna hit this one too. And start again.
Okay.
While you guys are drawing and I'm waiting for this to restart, I'll talk about a little bit of retail.
Yeah.
One of my favorite purchases at the Dickens Fair, besides my new awesome hat, which I paid through the news for, is this, the world's smallest violin. I can now carry this.
Oh my god. He actually has one.
Off.
You know, it's funny.
That is such a Dale item.
There is a guy on YouTube who does these like Mr. Doc loves that. There is a guy on YouTube who does these like or what is it, like background extras movie theater, right? So it's like I was a teenage Foot Clan ninja, right? Or I played the Nakatomi Plaza party as the classic music people, right? And so that was the most recent one that he did for Christmas, was the Nakatomi Plaza party. And so he plays that instrument, is the world's smallest violin, in his video. And it's like, he just posted it. It's hilarious. Yeah, it made me laugh.
I'm still having, why am I having this problem?
Have you been eating your fiber?
Yes, I used to be a Mac genius, so I know being regular helps with technical support.
Well, also I learned in Chinese medicine, everything is about stagnation of some kind. So, you've got a blockage, some sort of blockage. It could be a psychic, where is this blockage? It could be in your body, it could be all sorts of things. It could be like a roadblock that I don't know.
That's funny,
you could
Mr. Doc.
in your chair, something, there's a blockage, somewhere there's a blockage, there's a kink in your line.
Okay.
The vortex is not flowing free.
Are you suggesting that in order to fix my iPad, I need an enema?
George, the real reason was
that is what he's suggesting, Dale. That is what
it is what I'm suggesting. I mean, that's part of it. Some sort of, not necessarily an actual enema, but some sort of
like a diuretic,
enema-like process. Some sort of flushing through, some sort of a bending and a flushing and a squashing and a.
Okay.
We won't go too much into the details. Now, look, Star Wars. Why is Star Wars successful? Because it does have a message.
Because it ripped off Space 1999.
Well, it rips off a lot of good things. That was good. George Lucas had a near-death experience in racing his vehicles around. And,
I'm raising my hand.
What's that?
I'm raising my hand.
You raising your hand? Yes.
Yes. George Lucas wanted to make Flash Gordon and couldn't get the license. And so what he did is he plopped open Joseph Campbell and he used it as a formula and he wrote his Flash Gordon movie that he wanted to make, and he changed all the names to protect the copyrighted. And he made his Flash Gordon movie that he wanted to make. Only instead of Flash Gordon, it's Luke Skywalker. And he dealt with his issues with his own father through that series and made a lot of money on toys because it's for kids.
That's one way of looking at it. Another way
is that
it's a religious thing. George Lucas had a near-death experience, like driving his vehicle about, and like in California, Fresno, wherever it was that he lived at the farm country there. They raced there, American graffiti era. He nearly died, and he came back to life, and he had a sort of new purpose in life. And he was very motivated, and yes, what everything Amber says is true. But that's one way, when viewed from one angle. And also though, he did quite seriously take that Joseph Campbell stuff quite seriously. I mean, he was into these ideas of life and death and spirituality. What does it all mean? And he wanted to tell that story when he got into it. Now, yes, maybe he was like, okay, started off, I want to make a Flash Gordon movie or whatever. Who didn't? I would have liked to make a Flash Gordon movie. We all like we had all those Flash Gordons in England. That's another. Let's have Flash Gordon as a theme. They should still make. I was really disappointed with that Flash Gordon movie when it came out. I've sort of grown to love it over the years, but I was like, oh, yeah, I love it now. But as a kid,
Flash, he's going to save every one of us.
Yeah, it had its good points. I didn't hate it, but I was like, okay, there's still a good Flash Gordon movie, I think, to be made. And Flash Gordon is very fun. And, like the way that they do with all those AIs now, like make everything 50s, make Flash Gordon look 50s. That, that would look good.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. That was the fiction of that era.
Yes.
Not Star Wars, but Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon was, Star Wars then mixed in, yes, as you talked about, this sort of grungy, earthy aesthetic, the rebellion, the empire, all that World War II stuff,
yes.
the dogfights, this sort of life and death stuff. And he took the message of Joseph Campbell very seriously. And there's a lot of thought goes into it. And, like the thing with Darth Vader saying, I'm your father. They thought, oh, is that going to traumatize kids? And they researched it and they said no, because the kids that would be traumatized with it just think Darth Vader's lying.
Yeah.
Because it's a sort of very fundamental, sort of epic story, whatever, set in that, set against this sort of cool art, 70s space art background. I mean, if you don't like that Ralph McQuarrie art brought to life. I mean, Ralph McQuarrie, that's not Space 99. He's got his own aesthetic. Space 99's got a nice carpet, aesthetic, which I like. Like it's like your living room's flying around in space. Which is what I like about Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
Voyager, you're really sort of in your like nice carpeted living room cruising through space.
Well, I mean, that same aesthetic was true of Next Generation as well. It's like a nice carpeted counselor's office in the 90s or in the 80s.
Yes.
Feels like a dentist office.
Yeah. And so, so I think, so Star Wars, Joseph Campbell was also like the world needs.
As your producer, I want to tell you to get back on track and draw while you talk.
Yeah. The Power of Myth with Joseph Campbell.
Yes. Have you ever read it?
Use Joseph Campbell, and they talk about like a lot of Star Wars and the influence of Star Wars, and like why Star Wars is telling Campbell. This sort of the cycle of the hero's journey. And Joseph Campbell was a very serious thinker. He was combining all the world's religions, and he was saying this is a religion like the world needs a sort of global, unified space, including.
Have you read Hero of 1,000 Faces?
Yes, I have read all of Heroes with 1,000 Faces. Yes.
So you've read it. You read it from beginning to end. Do you remember what his argument is of why these stories emerge from all these different cultures?
Okay, well maybe you can put it succinctly.
People need heroes to look up to, they need and evil will always exist. And evil always needs to be defeated by good. And people need reminders of that by the heroes they look up to. That's the succinct breakdown of that story.
Okay, I'm going to slightly comment that what we sort of tend to regard as evil is more rather the symptom of a mental illness that's very prevalent in our society. It affects one person in 100. And we don't really recognize it. Medical.
Okay, but going back to Joseph Campbell.
I'm just going to say that we brand as evil, and we want to sort of treat that as evil. Really, we need to recognize it.
You're getting off topic.
We need to recognize it as a mental illness.
Okay, but Joseph Campbell.
Rather than branding you, otherwise, because if we don't recognize it as a mental illness, we get into wars. So I'm trying to just if more humans recognize that as a mental illness, we wouldn't get into as many wars.
Okay, but we're talking about Joseph Campbell. We're not talking about psychology. Okay, Joseph Campbell was writing this before mental illness was a thing thought about. Okay, he wasn't talking about mental illness. He didn't know what a psychopath was. Okay, he didn't have concepts of that when he was writing this down. He was writing about things.
This is the current understanding. This is more modern. This is a more modern idea that has been around.
It's
already the last few decades.
Your stuff about mental illness is the modern look at like older ideas, and then that filter, that modern filter of those older ideas through it, right? But I'm talking about Joseph Campbell and what he wrote down in his mindset at that time and what he knew at that time. And his mindset was good and evil. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, human race needs to, even though it's great, the human race does need to break out of that idea.
But Joseph Campbell, when he wrote down, was good and evil. Okay, he wasn't thinking mentally ill and mentally well.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying that evil acts don't exist. I'm just saying humans need to understand why they exist.
Money is the root of all evil. And cats.
You just you get in a state where it's like you're not listening.
I'm not listening to. What am I not listening to?
You're not. You're like,
yeah, it's mental illness, and that's what it is. And it's like, but Joseph Campbell didn't have a concept of mental illness. He was explaining that because the concept of good and evil has existed for millennia, he was explaining that the concepts of good and evil have existed in all of these societies for centuries, right? And in ancient societies, right? And that these concepts of good and evil, even though by today's standards, those concepts may be retranslated into mental illness and mental wellness, right?
Well, it's really important to understand it, though.
But that's the modern understanding of it, okay? It's ancient understanding.
People still don't understand it like that, though. People still see it in terms of good and evil.
The ancient understanding is good and evil, okay? So when Campbell was looking at all of these ancient texts, he was saying this was the ancient way of looking at these things, and all of them came up with the same concept of a good and an evil. And all of them came up with the same concept of a hero that needs to overcome the evil because he's good. Right? That's the breakdown of the hero of 1,000 faces. That's why he has 1,000 faces. It's because he's a good person overcoming evil. Superman fits the mold of a hero of 1,000 faces. The latest preview that they have for Superman, the latest teaser trailer, okay, fits that mold. It's very cool. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic.
Are you talking about the trailer with the dog?
Yeah.
I want to see the dog.
Yeah, it crypto. I mean, we haven't had a movie with crypto yet, but Mr. Doc talked to us for a long time ago, and I haven't acknowledged him yet. He says, I've been really enjoying Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight archives as of late. I've been listening on Audible, and it's been a great example of mental health awareness in writing. Very good. Fantastic stuff. I find myself inspired by the characters' overcoming of learning to deal with their issues and situations. Oh, that sounds very cool. That sounds like right up what you're talking about, Chuck.
I have a friend who's very into the Brandon Sanderson Stormlight archive series. He's always trying to get me to start reading it.
I really love the Mistborn series. That was really good.
Yeah.
And he finished off Brandon Sanderson. I'll love him forever for finishing off The Wheel of Time, which was a sort of came somewhere between Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, was Wheel of Time. And it was a New York Times best-selling series that went on. I thought I'll give it a go at some point. The first book, obvious.
Is that Terry Pratchett?
No. Terry Pratchett's great. He's a different story. But Robert Jordan. Robert
Jordan, that's right. Okay.
The first one is a blatant sort of Americanization ripoff of Lord of the Rings. And actually, in the recent TV series, they did a fantastic job of emphasizing all the things that weren't a blatant ripoff of Lord of the Rings. And I recommend the TV series, having really actually done a really good job with the material. The main thing that's different from Lord of the Rings is that he has strong female protagonists. And, that's why it's a popular series. Like, a lot of women read that series.
I'm on book 2 of Wheel of Time.
That's
I really like
character. is a woman. And so and he has the Aes Sedai, his own sort of magic series, whatever. But Robert Jordan, it just sort of, after the first book, it sort of has highs and lows, and there's bits like book 6 is excellent, some of them are really good, but by book 10 you're like, okay, this thing needs to start wrapping up, and it's not going anywhere, and you're like, where is it going? There's like all these threads, and then he'll sort of start introducing more characters, and it's like each book is like, by book 10, the first half of book 10 is just sort of recapping everything that's happened in all the others, and then he starts introducing new characters, and then he kept saying that there's going to be one more book in the series, one more book, and then he'd do another one. He said, well, there's one more coming, and then he dropped dead, sadly. And his wife said, morning, but he's left all these notes, and she found someone to finish up, and there was a young writer, Brandon Sanderson, but he'd already been quite successful, but he was still quite young. And he was like, oh, yes, please, I love Wheel of Time. I was about it growing up. And I myself have actually gone through the whole thing twice on audiobook. So it's got good moments. But it's also, but then Robert Jordan, I'm nearly there. Robert Jordan then finished, he said, well, there's enough, not one book, there's 3 books here. I'm going to finish up with a trilogy. And he wrote a trilogy that tied the whole thing up together really, really well in a beautiful bow and gave you the ending that you wanted. And you're like, oh my God, thank you so much, Brandon Sanderson, because you really made, like, reading all that, those, I forget how many books. I think by the time Brandon Sanderson was done, it was 13 books or something. And it was, he made it a good ending and a good series. And so, he's a great writer. That's just all I was getting to. Sorry.
What I was going to say is Mr. Doc says, I'm on book 2 of Wheel of Time. I really like it so far. Book 1 was for sure a Lord of the Rings story. And if you don't read the epilogue, it's a nice fellowship creation and journey story.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good. It has its images. And I think, the TV series is interesting. People sort of claimed it, or it was sort of deviated from the book. Actually, in the end, I don't think it did. And certainly by the time they got to the end of the second season, I thought, oh, wow, you actually, and all the things that were good in the second book, they did really well. And there's some really good stuff in there, The book, it just as it went on, it sort of starts to meander, and you're going like, well, what's going on? Is this any good? Is it not? I don't know. But in the end, it was good. So stick with it. But there's a bit, book 4 is sort of quite a blatant Dune knockoff. It sort of goes into all that sort of stuff. You're going, okay.
Do you have Amazon Prime, to watch? Like, do you have that? Do you watch?
Yeah, we have Prime Video.
So on Prime Video right now is something called Extra Levels. You guys should
Secret Levels.
Yeah, have you watched those?
I watched the Dungeons and Dragons one and the Space Marine one.
Oh my gosh, there's one. It's like the King something, and it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger out of everybody, right? Like, wow. You wouldn't expect it. He's hilarious in it, and it's like every one of these little stories has heart. They're made for like $500,000 each. And how is it that this tiny little studio making these little 10-minute vignettes about video games can pull on my heartstrings? And Lionsgate released how many bombs this year?
Yeah. No, yeah, it's, I don't know. Don't get me started on the movie industry. I don't know. Me and Dad, he did make a good point the other day where it's like everybody these days likes to criticize, and it's way easier to criticize.
Yeah.
And everybody has an opinion. And it's way harder to make a good movie. But I will say, I just feel like there's so many shit movies coming out.
Language.
It's
language.
The critical drinker, whom I don't always agree with. him. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, no, that's just your opinion, or you're projecting, and stuff like that. But he made a very astute point the other day in one of his videos where he attributed what's going on in Hollywood right now very similar to the collapse of the Hollywood system that happened in the late 60s. And so he attributed it because they were making these huge Hollywood productions like Cleopatra, and everything had these commercial ties, and there's mascara companies of get the Cleopatra mascara and all this stuff.
Okay.
But the movie bombed, right? Yeah, and it was the most expensive movie ever made.
at the time in its day, right? And that summer there was like something like 4 or 5 different movies like that all bombed, and Hollywood had kind of lost its touch of people, right?
Yeah.
Well, what happened is then the 1970s independent movie scene kind of took over. That's where you get Coppola and Scorsese and even Lucas and Spielberg and all of these kind of people kind of came out of this movement and took over Hollywood with like way low budgets, movies that were doing stuff different, telling different stories, and it crushed the Hollywood system. So the Hollywood system had to absorb the new media.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mr. Doc says, I haven't started the secret projects yet. I'm most excited for the Sifu one.
Ooh, yeah, that one's really good.
I absolutely adore the game. I believe a lot of the dip in quality with movies and TV is just due to all the writer strikes in recent years. Kind of hard to make good shows when many of the best writers are refusing to work. No, it's the other way around, okay? It's kind of hard to make good shows when you're not hiring good writers. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, I think there was a writer's strike, and now the writers are like, I want a job. And the movie companies were like, but you charge too much. And it's like,
yeah.
And then the writer's like, but that's because I write really good.
Yeah.
The thing is, they want you to just, it's a very complicated thing. I mean, yeah, you want, it's not to be a professional, somewhat your creativity has to be a faucet that you can turn on and turn off. But to be able to turn on and turn off great writing requires an incredible amount of skill.
Yeah, and studios think they can replace that with AI.
No.
What did you guys see that that Wish movie? Did you guys see the Wish movie by Disney?
Disney, awful.
I totally think that was like a test of if they could make a movie with AI.
It seemed disjointed.
Yeah, like the only, I don't know, spoilers, I guess, if you care about seeing the Wish movie by Disney, but you really shouldn't. But the only really important thing that we find out from that movie is that King Magnifico is actually the mirror on the wall guy from Shrek. It's like the only really interesting thing.
That's not what I would consider important information.
Exactly. So if that's
not even from Shrek, from Snow White, because Shrek is a different company.
Right. Well, I think you're right, but technically Shrek is supposed to be like merging all these fantasy stories together. So and it had the mirror on the wall in it. So technically, if the mirror on the wall is in Shrek, it would be a parody of what is King Magnifico.
From Snow White. But here's another thing about Star Wars. Just pop back there again quickly. But Star Wars teaches you about the Force, and the Force is real, even though you don't believe it's real. I mean, even though you think, okay, I can't sit here with my mind and I can't move that cup of coffee over there. But actually, wait a minute. What have I just done? I've just moved that cup of coffee with my mind. My mind thought I want that cup of coffee, and it got my arm to move out and reach it and grab it. So that's the Force.
Yes, well, the Force is a good representation of how humans actually have a small ability to control the world around them.
But we wish we could just dream it.
Yeah, we wish we could just put out our hands and not actually have to.
Even if you can, there's still this price to be paid of humanity.
Yes.
I'm just going to cut off the amount of buildings I'm drawing so I don't have to draw so many buildings. I don't think people will mind.
They will now that you said something.
Only if they watch the show.
Yeah, it's not like we have viewers.
No, we have four awesome viewers right now.
Hi, awesome viewers. Hi.
I know.
Yeah, viewers.
Yay.
Well, I think you can listen to the show and just sort of glance at it once in a while, see how the drawing's getting on, and admire Dale's hat.
This is a good show if you're ironing.
Yeah.
I mean this is an interesting segue. I learned recently that like Netflix executives actually take into account something called second screen content, and they'll literally like tell movie producers and like creators that this movie or this TV show is too primary screen. The viewers, like, the plot is too like complicated, and it's like it's too much that the viewer would have to be paying full attention to it. Like,
oh, Mr. Doc, which Witcher? Are you playing 3? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's fine.
Responding to viewer comments is more important.
Yeah, it is.
No,
in the new format. In the old format, we'd have been.
So, Charles, what you're talking about in the olden days in television, they used to call dishes TV. And so in sitcoms, they used to make sure that all the jokes could be understood by hearing them, because they didn't want visual gags that you couldn't understand if you didn't see the screen because you're doing the dishes.
Yeah.
Let's
can I quickly sidebar?
First playthrough. Oh, you're in for a treat. Oh, putting it off for so long, and the announcement of 4 finally put me on fire. Oh, you're in for a treat. You're going to have a good time. I'm sorry, Chuck. Have a good time.
I was just going to quickly sidebar. Having watched through all of Doctor Who and Star Trek during pandemic while I was drawing, Star Trek is much easier to understand without looking at it. You can just sort of glance up, and you just need to know what the character of the week looks like, the monster of the week looks like, or whatever. And but you can follow it really well from listening to it. Doctor Who, is much more confusing. There's a lot more sort of weird noises and running around and like what's happening now. You have to, So I think that so that's interesting about the writing. I'm assuming it's a choice, like whether you choose to make it like Doctor Who's making more use of visual medium, but Star Trek's making it more clear a story.
Yes,
Mr. Doc agrees
with you. Doing with it, it's showing us the scenic gravel pits of England.
Mr. Doc agrees with you and says Doctor Who is very visual.
Yeah. Yes. It's more visual, even though, the visuals don't really, they can never quite measure up to what they're trying to do. I mean, if it, they're always going to try and push it. Even with the digital effects, as soon as they get them, they're trying to do way too much.
Yeah. How come all the alien planets in Doctor Who look like a quarry?
Because most alien planets do look like Quarriesdale. That's because it's hard science fiction.
Okay.
Look at your telescope and look at all the planets we've discovered. Most of them look like quarries.
Okay.
The body language of the Doctor is like 60% of the show, says Mr. Doc. That's a pretty good assessment, because I will admit that like how the Doctor's reacting to things and stuff, because usually the Doctor knows what's up before the Doctor even says what's up.
That's true.
And really, the new Doctor Who is sort of done with so much appreciation of the old Doctor Who that it makes the old Doctor Who better. And the more you know the old Doctor Who, the more better it makes the new Doctor Who. And they create a very nice resonance there. And you go through it all in this like time, the journey through time and space that you get is pretty amazing. And the fact that they can even come up with other things, and the fact that the thing is though that in the sort of Matt Smith era, some of the plots did get quite involved, and I'm not even sure even. Well, I think the writers do understand it, and that
the writers understand it, but you don't.
Well, not on my first go through, though. I think you'd have to. Well, you have to go through it pretty deep. I think people do. I was listening to this guy. He was giving all his theories. That was quite a good thing. I've just realised to listen to on YouTube is people just going on in depth about their theories on Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, if you want. Like YouTube, that's why YouTube is so awesome. It's like in the past, you just have to have some super nerdy friend to like discuss all these things with you, but now you can just listen to some.
You mean like we're doing now?
Yeah, exactly, like we're doing now. We're reliving the good old days of verbal communication.
Yeah, but we're sharing it with others.
Yeah.
Ooh, now speaking of which, are you remembering that 11:15 is time for our next commercial break?
No, but yeah, let's do that. Let's do. I guess we'll hide everything.
is everything, I've got a kick. I like the girls, but I've got a trick. Take this place aside, it's gotta go. Gotta be wherever you don't know. I'm a zebra, I'm a unicorn. I'm the devil, do you like my horn? Can't stop to mess around. There's a new kind of beast in town. That's right. Yeah. I was ever on a unicorn. Not my fault, just the way I'm born. Can't stop to mess around. There's a new kind of beast in town. Yeah. I was ever on a unicorn. Call me devil, do you like my horn? Stop to mess around. There's a new kind of beast in town.
All right, that was Punk Zebracorn there by the band Punk Zebracorn, which is my good friend Ol West, the original Bish Barthenwell, if you're a Pewful fan, and him, and actually I think that's his kids screaming in the background. I think that song is about me. I'm not sure. You're so vain you think that song is about me, but I think it is, and I think it's not the first one he's written about me. But that's very nice, and I love that track, and thank you so much, Ol, for letting us use that. All right, and okay, that song is on the Future Sounds of Urfspace album. You can there's a CD available if you want to read the CD's got a little lyric booklet printed in it. You can only buy that at planetearth.com. Has a little lyric booklet printed in it, so you can read the lyrics, and the lyrics are of all the songs, the tracks. So half of them have got lyrics, half of them are instrumentals, but the ones with lyrics all have great lyrics, so it's good to get it so you can read the lyrics. And you can also stream it on Spotify or Pandora or all your streaming service. So please, if you're listening to the show, please add the Future Sounds of Urfspace album to your playlists. And that's that. Yeah. Oh, and okay. So yes, this second half, this is the third part of the show. Return of the Dings. The first part of the show we started is the Fellowship of the Dings. The second part of the show is called the Two Towers of Dale. And this is part 3, Return of the Dings. And part 3, this is where maybe like if in my dream show, now like there'd be a band would come on and play while, we sort of beaver away at finishing up our drawings. But that's not really going to happen. But, we could play some tracks off the Future Sounds of Urfspace through Restream as background music if we run out of things to talk about. Not that I think that's very likely to happen. But, we're going to beaver away. We're going to try.
You can do that. We have all the songs loaded up in the background music. So do you want to do that?
Yes. So we can do that. Yes, we could listen to another song. I don't know if I have any that are very Christmassy, but one day we'll do. If you could add it to your Spotify playlists. Then one day I'll be able to do a Christmas album. If enough people add it to their playlists, if there's as many people add it to their Spotify playlist as they do, say, Taylor Swift. I mean, yeah, this is electronically enhanced. I like this one, yes. This is by Astro Kitty and the Urfspace 5, our cartoon band. And I was just talking to their manager, Isaac Bonnell, and we might have some more Astro Kitty songs in the near future, I hope. Or at least one day. Very nice. That shut us all up.
Well, I'm just trying to finish before the deadline.
Yeah, that's good. It's good drawing music. I mean, I've set a lot of my like little drawing videos that I made to that, and yeah, that's kind of nice. Yeah, you're sort of like, it's very nice drawing music.
Well, like I said, I'm just trying to do my best. You know, I'm like, oh no.
This one, yeah, this is Matt Holdaway. That's called Gravity. Matt Holdaway. So I knew him from the Bay Area zine scene. He run the Bay Area Pirates. And then he became DJ. And so when I was doing the album, he was like, "Oh, you should be on the radio." And then when I sort of said the space theme, he was like, "Oh, I've got a song that would be really." It's called Gravity.
I wish that gravity would stop working on just me so that I could float into the sky.
Nah, that was the bit that absolutely sold me on this. Because he sounds just like Dr. Emmett Miller, who's this hypnotist guy who I really recommend like people check him out. He sort of pioneered medical hypnosis, really. He was just a bit strange guy from New York. He was a medical doctor. And he got very interested in the power of sort of hypnosis. And I got, you know, he teaches at the Eastman Institute and stuff, so quite sort of California hippie stuff. But he's really the guy who pioneered it, and he was really helpful to me. You know, when I was struggling a lot with my disability and all this sort of stuff. And you know, it's very important to, you know, take care of your sort of mental aspects of your health. You know, sort of mental and physical sort of go together. I really learned a lot from him. You know, he does all these sort of self-hypnosis stuff. He's got a very good one. His sort of main one, the Healing Journey. You know, that's his flagship product, I guess. And
I wish
you know, you can go to his website and get that. I
gravity
follow him on Instagram or
would stop
We're getting on a bit now, I suppose.
on
But,
just me.
anyway, Matt, this is Matt Holdaway on the CD, but he sounds exactly like Dr. Emmett Miller. That's kind of that's sort of serendipity, that one. Yeah, I recommend checking out Dr. Emmett Miller. All right. Ooh. Oh wow, Amber's is looking really good. We're gonna step up.
Oh, it's not that good. I'm rushing it. I cut off a bunch of buildings I wanted to make.
All right, very nice, very nice. All right. Well, Christmas holiday themes. So, all right, what's everybody doing for the holidays? What are our viewers doing for the holidays? Are they celebrating the holidays? Are they pagans? Are they Satanists? What do people do?
What do you mean? Like, what is are they Satanists?
I know some Satanists. I don't know. They're different kinds of Satanists. There's definitely very bad, evil Satanists. So I'm a bit worried when people say, "Oh, I'm a different kind of Satanist." But all right. All right.
I mean, Ian's a Satanist.
Yeah. Okay. Like this. Yes. Okay. So some people there'll be like a sort of Satanist Black Christmas going on at the Knockouts with Hernan Pina. Let's play his track War.
Yeah. Well, that's the point I'm making with him.
Yeah, to play Christmassy, we'll play a song War, which is it's actually a deeply meaningful song. And again, that's another reason we should buy the CD to get the lyrics to that song. But he'll be playing at the Black Christmas at the Knockout, and the Knockout actually, the whole Future Sounds of Urfspace CD really came about because of a visit to the Knockout. I'm sort of starting to think about it, and I went, and there were a whole bunch of them there one night, and that's when I met Charm World, and my neighbour Mark was there, and I'd sort of been talking to him a little bit about it. Chris came along, and that's sort of really when the whole idea of the CD. I thought, oh wow, wouldn't it be amazing if I could get Charm World's song on there? And, yeah.
There. Now it looks like it's snowing. Like it was meant to look that way.
Ooh, okay, nice. Yes, I'm liking this format. How are you liking the format?
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying my best.
You're getting a good result.
Well, I guess it's like some townhomes. Emma says great music, by the way, on Facebook. And then Mr. Doc says when you mess with time, things tend to get complicated. Yeah, but I think that was a comment I messed a while ago because I got into drawing mode. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that might be done-ish, maybe? I don't know. Like, how much more time do we have?
Like, normally, I feel like normally I'm getting more abuse from Dale.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing his doodling. And what about, isn't it time for Dale's retail roundup?
I don't know. Where is Dale?
I think he decided he wasn't needed or something. Maybe he's got Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought something was a bit lacking.
That's very weird. I don't know why Dale's not here. Do we need to message him?
Probably, yeah. We should. Yeah,
you gave up?
Yeah, I'm adding a snowman though.
Well, I don't know. I can't really harass you for art supplies because you're doing pretty good today now that we did tech check.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, you take all the fun away now. And I did have my pencils, I didn't think they had earlier.
Oh, nice snowman, Amber.
Well, yeah, I'm adding a snowman.
That building. Are you doing it out of your head or are you using a reference?
No, I'm doing it out of my head. The only thing I used a reference for was the building, and this is my reference. So I didn't even use the same angle or anything. I just kind of went, okay, there's kind of the building I want to make. And then I just kind of went with that. Oh, there's Dale.
Oh, he's back.
All right, Dale, we were just commenting, or I was commenting, that I was missing I would be getting more abuse from you at this stage of the show.
Sorry about that. For some reason, my internet took a dump.
That's frustrating.
Yeah. Hopefully, I will not have that problem again.
After you got up early to do a tech check and everything.
Well, I can't.
You can't really control the internet, unfortunately.
It's the internet, Jen. I miss the It Crowd.
You miss it. I think you can still watch it. I think it's a very rewatchable show, to be honest.
I have rewatched it.
I should rewatch it. It seems like it would be a rewatchable show.
Shows like that are fun if you haven't actually done that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess. Well, Dale, I guess that's different. Yeah, you were literally like, that was your job.
You don't think it's funny? It's like, yes, it's like when somebody, like my friend learned to fly, and then he can't watch any movie with flying in it because he's just like, that's not how flying works.
That's pretty funny out of context. My friend learned to fly. Usually say my friend became a pilot or something.
Well, no, what you do is you is to like fall over and miss the ground. You need to get distracted, like just as you're falling, and then you miss the ground, and then you're flying.
Yeah, that was Douglas Adams' advice.
Yeah, that was in the Life. Was it Life, the Universe, and Everything? I really like that one, the third one, because that was the one when it came out. I was excited. Oh, it's new. There's a new one out. I rushed out to buy it and read it right away, and I loved it. That had the bistro math, the most complicated math in the universe is in a bistro, which I was too young to even really understand it. Like, you know, there's something about the way that a bill gets divided up when you go out for dinner with a whole bunch of people. And so the heart of the ship is like all these robots like continually arguing about the bill and ordering more food.
Oh, we can tell me about it. Now that you're supposed to tip 22%, you know, I could do 20 in my head, but 22%, I have to get a tip calculator.
All right, but look, we've just got time for Dale's retail roundup before we get into the end of the show.
You're supposed to do 22%. I thought tips accounted for inflation because it's a percent.
Okay, what am I supposed to tip? Just tell me.
So I think you should tip between 18 and 25% based on how good your service was. I don't understand this tipping. I don't under. Okay, sorry, we're getting into another thing I'm slightly passionate about.
Isn't 22%
tipping not based off service is so
18
silly.
and 25%?
Yeah, but you're saying like, oh, like 22 is like this new thing. It's like if you get really good service, then you tip. If you tip over 20%, that's like, I think that means you're saying you got really good service. If you're tipping under 20%,
you're saying you're a millionaire and income equality's gone up so much that now you have to tip even more because.
When the hell did I become a millionaire?
You're like the Monopoly man.
Well, you are dressed like the Monopoly man.
Top hat, counting your money.
I have said nothing.
The hat does not mean that I have money. Well, I had money to buy the hat.
You have money to buy a top hat.
Are we being fabrically discriminating?
I must say that at the Dickens Fair at the Cow Palace, man, they suck the money right out of you.
Duh.
Yeah, this hat was a dinner at the House of Prime Rib.
But it's like a real, like it's made with real material, right, or whatever.
Yeah, it's wool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's sexy.
No, it's a nice hat for sure.
Yes, I'm gonna wear it today when I'm in Pacifica.
Rapidly.
All right, are we gonna have me talk about? Am I doing show and tell?
If you want, I think that's just like a segment that Dale can decide he wants to do. If it's getting
boring. I got stuff. So let me know if you want me to do it.
Well, I think it's sort of like you do it if it feels like there's a lull in the show and it's getting quiet.
This entire show has been a lull.
What?
Hey.
That's not true.
Mr. Doc has been very interesting. Their descriptions of, you know, assimilatic, like, life and colonial life and, like, talking about the Wheel of Time series and stuff like that. Like, you haven't been enjoying the conversation? Come on.
I'm just mad that my stupid freaking palm rejection is giving me hell.
Well, then get a glove.
I'm gonna order one as soon as the show's over.
Well, then get a glove.
Really?
I think I'm done. Like,
wow.
There's very little I can add to this without, like, I think overworking it. You know,
So,
I mean,
aren't we still like drawing?
We've been drawing.
Oh, when did we start?
We started like a half hour ago, or no, like 40 minutes ago. Like it's almost done.
Yeah, they've been drawing since 11:40 or 10:40.
Yeah, like we got like 3 minutes left. Like that's.
Well, technically, we're supposed to stop at 11:50, not 11:40.
Oh,
yeah, 11:50 is the technical stop, but we're allowed to go over a few minutes. We're not quite done.
Oh, I see.
But like, check the schedule. Check the schedule. Sort of the schedule. Thank you for your lovely comments on the schedule. I think we're agreeing. We'll talk about it more later. But I think we were.
I love the fact that Chuck says schedule in metric. It's schedule.
The schedule. Is in time.
It's a schedule.
It's
the schedule. What do you call it?
There you go.
Schedule. Yes.
I think he's mad that you're not including the C. You're saying schedule, like a module of a shed.
What do you want to say? A schedule? I got muddled up. I thought schedule was American.
Pronounce it like an American.
Howdy, partner. See, I can do it. Howdy, partner. Howdy, partner. My name's Chuck, and I'm an American.
Say it like you're holding a gun and eating a corn dog.
I don't understand.
You don't understand? That's where you're going to stop?
Yeah.
I don't understand. That's your American.
I don't understand.
I mean, that you're telling me that's not accurate?
Fun of me?
That's pretty accurate.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, that's always what they say. I don't understand.
Can't understand you.
Okay, there. I added some snow to the top of the buildings.
There you go.
My apologies to any viewers that may be watching this show.
Okay, we're just now apologizing to our viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're apologizing to anyone who's actually watching the show.
Well, right now it looks like we have 3 viewers. So you're apologizing to 3 viewers. Hi, 3 viewers. How are you doing?
We're here for you. You know, my bloody in-laws might have shown up. What?
I'm gonna put you in the main panel because I'm done and I want to see what you're doing.
Okay, I'm painting desperately, trying to finish quickly. I'm painting
nice.
good Queen Wenceslas, but I think I'm going to have to pay a royalty to Shutterstock when I've done. To be honest,
is this? I want to say this is what the oh gosh, Lewis Carroll.
Yeah, she could be the Snow Queen too.
It looked like the Snow Queen.
Like Narnia. Yeah, she could be like a Narnia Queen. Yes.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was the Snow
Queen. Yeah. Well, I was thinking of good Queen Wenceslas, but yeah, she's also the Narnia Queen.
Good Queen Wenceslas. Who is that?
Yeah. Do you not know the song?
No.
Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even, brightly shone the moon that night.
I know the tune, but I don't know the words. Yeah.
Well, where's the old internet?
No. Well, so Ian's birthday is the 26th of December. And
though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel.
One of the things
Hear
that
the pagans then
Okay.
Shut up!
if thou know it telling yonder peasant, who is he? Where
gonna do
and
the whole
what
song.
is
Yeah, I know the whole
dwelling?
song.
Saw
Pain in
he
the ass.
in the good league hence underneath
Yeah,
the
he's gonna do the whole song.
mountain, right against the forest fence by St. Agnes fountain.
So
Thanks.
what I was going to say is Ian's
me.
birthday is the 26th of December. And
Bring me flesh and
Oh my
bring me wine,
Christmas
bring
was
me
never-
pine logs hither, thou and I shall
Should I
see
just shut
him
down his
dine
window?
when we bear them thither.
Chuck, do you remember when we talked about grown-up voice and who stepping
Sure,
up?
she doesn't know he's not on the screen anymore.
Yeah, well, what I was going to say is that like Christmas was never a happy time for me growing up because I had kind of a bad time growing up. So one of the things that Ian and I bonded over was the fact that we both didn't really like Christmas because it was the day before his birthday, and so it always superseded his birthday. He never had birthday presents or people over for his birthday or anyone wish him a happy birthday. And like I never had happy memories around Christmas. And so like both of us just kind of like hunkering down during that time, we kind of bonded over that. And so it's like, yeah, I don't know a lot of Christmas carols. I don't know a lot of Christmas songs and stuff.
Would you like
that.
to hear how it ends?
No.
No.
You don't want to know how it happened with Good King Wenceslas and the page when they'd gone out into
Not
the
in
Can
the
you tell it to us?
to take like things for the poor peasant. He's
Don't
got nothing.
care.
Good King Wenceslas wants to help the poor peasant who's got nothing.
Not in the slightest.
He's
just-
risking
just
personal life and limb.
Completely apathetic to that song.
You're the one that said we should do it as a Christmas theme.
Yes. I said let's have a theme, and it was Dale who suggested Christmas because of the date.
Was it? That's just he wanted to wear his new hat.
Yes.
I like Good
trying
King
to get as
Wenceslas.
much
Look.
use out of this hat as possible.
No, I was a good little soldier, and I participated in the theme, and I did Christmas, but I did not pick the theme.
I picked the theme.
Sire, the night is darker now, and the wind blows stronger. Fails my heart, I know not how. I can go no longer. Mark my footsteps, good my page. Tread thou in them boldly. Thou shalt find the winter's rage freeze thy blood less coldly. In his master's steps he trod, where the
He's very proud of himself.
Heart was in the very sort which
If he can get every single person in the group feeling annoyed, he is very proud of himself.
Yeah,
Therefore, Christian men, be sure, wealth or rank possessing, ye who now will
Ian
bless
made
the
lunch
poor,
over there,
shall
and it smells
yourselves
delicious.
find blessing.
I know, you're so lucky that there's only 15 minutes left.
Yeah, you know, I could easily leave 15 minutes earlier and go and have my lunch. I could do that.
Yeah, true, you are done.
Yeah, I am done, you know, but I was being very polite and staying and listening to a song that I really don't like.
Wait a minute. I'm going to see if I can actually... no, I'm not. Never mind. I was going to see if I could screen share from the iPad.
No, I would have to help you with that. You need a program called Reflector, and you need to have a laptop that is plugged in. Nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm about to throw this iPad through the window because of it. It hasn't been doing this in the past, so something's changed. I wonder if it's an update to Clip Studio Paint.
I don't know your setup. It's hard to tech check from a time zone away.
Okay, do we want to talk about retail?
Retail roundup. That's what I've been trying to say for the last half hour.
You can, Dale, the retail roundup is like, you can just do that whenever you want.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, this is what has to happen when he says that, Sam. All right, you have to put this graphic up. Wait, did you just turn it off again?
No.
Wait, wait, I did it's back. Wait, this one. Here we go.
Okay.
Dale's Retail Roundup.
All right.
Yes, that was me at the Dickens Fair. Someone had an awesome time machine that it's a replica from the old George Powell movie. Okay, things that we always like to support our favorite store in San Jose, Time Tunnel Toys on Meridian. And I was over there and I got this kick-ass B9 robot. It was originally sold at KB Toys and still has the original KB Toys price sticker on it. And this is actually from 1990. Wow, is it that old? 1997.
You know what's really funny? I think I had that exact model.
Pretty sure the batteries are dead in it. But if you're in the Bay Area and you're looking for last-minute kick-ass gifts, I suggest Time Tunnel Toys because that is also my source for old Mad magazines and also old Gold Key comics like Lost in Space.
Did you see Mad Magazine's cover against AI? Where
Yes.
They held up the two middle fingers?
Yes, that was very clever. And
Yes.
that issue, they are slowly trying to sneak in new material into Mad Magazine. It's not so much a zombie magazine anymore. So
It was.
Go on.
Oh, I was just going to say it was a zombie magazine for so long.
Yeah. But hopefully we'll continue to see new materials. Also, if you're
Amy Sampson is doing new material.
If you're going to be at Time Tunnel Toys, my advice is drive over to Recycled Books West because they have pins from the San Jose Sign Project commemorating famous signs in San Jose, like the now defunct Kitty World, which was a completely kick-ass toy store in San Jose on Stevens Creek. They actually have the famous Recycled Books skateboard deck sign. And my personal favorite, the Pink Poodle.
Nice.
The legendary strip club in San Jose. This pin is actually really hard to get, so I can't guarantee you can get it at Recycled Books West. But they also have pins of signs like the Burger Pit and Mel Cotton's. So if you're a San Jose kid, go there and get some pins and show your San Jose pride.
Nice.
What else do I have? Today's segment is brought to us by Sierra Nevada Hop Splash. If you are on the wagon like me,
Yeah, the best commercial ever.
Yeah, it hasn't really helped. Hop flavored water is awesome. Check your local purveyor of fine liquors and see if they have this lovely non-alcoholic beverage. Sierra Nevada Hop Splash. It's kind of tastes like an IPA.
Yeah, like I said, my dad was always an Old Duels person, but that's more like a lager. It's a lot lighter.
I'm going to have to reach over. This is going to be difficult for me to get.
I just feel like some dodgy Irishman's getting paid.
Someone asked me what I really want for Christmas. And I said, I want someone to give me head. And guess what I got?
a head.
I got it.
Nice. What are you going to do with it?
This is a Ed head from Monster Makers Inc.
Yes.
This is a plastic sculpture base to be used with monster clay to sculpt masks and makeup appliances when you don't want to do a life cast.
So are you going to start sculpting masks and makeup appliances for fun?
That's for another show. So right now it's a big secret.
What do you mean another show on this show or a completely different
I'm not telling anybody. But if you want to give someone help,
I need to know, do you mean another show in this series of shows or a completely different show?
So if you want to give someone head, you can get that on Amazon.
Why won't you answer that question?
Well, right now there's a strike at Amazon. I don't recommend anyone buy anything at Amazon right now.
Okay. All right. So don't buy it on Amazon. See if you can look up Monster Makers directly and order it directly.
Yeah.
But,
support the manufacturer.
The cool thing is on the bottom, it has like a plug so you can fill it with liquid. I assume water or pee, and it will be heavy, so it won't fall over when you're putting clay on it.
Mm-hmm.
What else? No, that's it. Check out Time Tunnel Toys, and check out Recycled Books West, and also remember Recycled Books on the Alameda, the original. Because they have more
Cycleworks East.
They have more paperbacks if you're into old sci-fi and into old like nostalgia paperbacks. And my favorite cat, Emma, is there. Just remember, she's my cat.
What?
I tried to buy her, but the price is like $1 million, no checks.
So, Chuck, you are 3 minutes over your 10 minutes.
Wait, well, what's the time?
It is 12:53 my time, so that would be
11:53.
11:53 your time.
Yeah, all right. Well, I failed in finishing my drawing. I'm quite enjoying my drawing, but I failed in finishing it in time.
Okay, when I hit the bell, you have to stop.
You have to stop.
He's just going to turn the sound off so he doesn't hear it.
No, fair enough. There we go. All right.
Yeah, no, it looks good. I mean, you can touch it up off screen. You know, you can touch it up off camera. But, like, I think it looks good.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with it. I just think I just needed to put in a bit more shadows and stuff, I think. And there's a few bits I was not quite there with yet.
I think we all did well.
All right. Well, we'll discuss the format. I'm reasonably happy. I'm going to keep twiddling at this. All right, didn't quite get as far as I'd like. I mean, I sort of kind of want to go in with some black or something. Actually, I don't know. It looks quite washed out on the screen. It looks more. I think one of those ones where it looks better to me than it does on the screen.
Well, but that's a lighting issue, and again, that's an off-camera issue that you can solve.
But sometimes they look better on the screen, and sometimes they look better in real life. I don't know.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like it looks better in real life. But all right, you'll have to take my word for that.
Yeah. No, I did some boring townhomes in the snow with a snowman. That's what I did.
I think I should have gone in
my drawing to express my hate of Christmas.
Yes, so Dale and I are on the same page then.
Yeah.
Christmas sucks. Just a Christmas theme then, honestly. Have a theme. Let's have a Christmas theme. Oh, I don't like. It's a nice story. The rich guy helped the poor person on Christmas. It was very appropriate to Dale's theme. Good King Dale looks like he's a sort of modern day Good King Wenceslas, and I'm his page. And he said, "Come hither," and we're tramping through the fuel.
What?
Through the snow to bring the flesh and the wine to the poor Amber. or somebody more deserving. Somebody who really needs it. That's the whole point of the nice Good King Wenceslas story. Plus, it's hard to say, and it's fun to sing.
Yes.
So I put that one. That if you get, it's not even that. It's just about good. It doesn't go, oh, Jesus is great. It just says, good King Wenceslas saw the poor guy, and you took him.
I am
some
really
flesh
pissed off.
fuel or whatever.
I'm really pissed off at you guys. I've been wearing this hat the whole show, and there hasn't been like any jokes about me being a magician or everything. And I've been waiting the whole show with like a rabbit in it.
That's on you, Dale.
Oh yeah, you should have brought that out at the end of Dale's retail roundup.
Yeah,
you
I
rang the
should
bell.
have the rabbit out.
Yeah,
You
that's
rang
on
the
you,
bell.
Dale. I was just happy with you wearing the top hat. I just think it fits you. Why would I make fun of you for something that I think is aesthetically pleasing and good for the show, and you seem to enjoy it? Why would I try and chide you for that?
The problem is it's too tall when I'm in the car, and it bumps the ceiling, the roof of the car.
Can you lower your seat?
No, I guess I could lean forward.
Do we have any closing?
But then you're driving like this.
to look at? I can't really see the view.
I'm old. I'm supposed to be driving like that. I gotta start driving like an old man. When I go to Pacifica today, I'm gonna turn the blinker on, the left turn signal the whole way.
I think that when top hats were going out of style, but they were still kind of in style, and cars were a thing, 1930s, 1940s, I think the style was to have your top hat on the passenger seat as you were driving, and then to take it out and put it on when you got out of the car, go to where you were going and take it off when you entered the building.
Oh.
I think that was the etiquette.
The hat didn't come with instructions. I mean, the guy helped me put it on my head.
Okay. Okay. Let's wait. We got 2 minutes. Let's look up top hat etiquette for a second. Okay.
Well, I know when I was at Sushi Zono in Campbell. Was it Campbell?
It's polite to take your hat off when you drive your car, when your chauffeur splashes somebody with mud as you drive past them. Like if your chauffeur's driving, you're in the back of your open top Rolls Royce, and your chauffeur drives through a puddle and splashes somebody, then it's polite to take your hat off as you drive past.
When you are in a doorway, it is considered a public space to remove the hat. Okay. Whether you are still inside the building, when you are in the doorway, remove the hat.
Okay.
Let's see. Theater is considered a private space. I'm looking for cars.
What about sushi bars? I took it to sushi.
It's a restaurant. Restaurant is considered a public space, but when you enter the building, when you are approaching your like table. Yeah. When you enter the building, you remove the hat. When you enter the building, you have it under your arm. And then when you sit down, if there's space for it, you put it on the seat next to you. If there's no space for it, you put it on the table.
Here, wait. Last thing on the show, I'm going to share the art thing I was working on, and then we'll compare it.
Okay, great. Yes, I didn't know you were doodling too. Great, yes, please.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
Yay! Oh, look at that.
Yay!
What's
let's compare that. It's like the D&D party that I'm game mastering right now.
Nice.
The guy on the left is going to be an elf. Photoshop. It's Photoshop.
Oh, it's just Photoshop? Okay,
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
Well, so that's fine.
We'll compare that to how it looks next week.
Yes.
All right.
Well, I guess it's good. Yeah, do them all at once, but whatever. Yeah, you got to plow into those bodies.
Yeah, I started doing the orc body a bit today. Yeah, I don't know. I'm most scared to do the elf because he has to be beautiful because he's an elf. So yeah.
You know why they're beautiful, right?
For example, like I could draw a butterfly, but I feel like I can. That's it. I'm not the artist who's going to draw you a good butterfly, probably.
What?
You're heavy-handed with butterflies.
I'm heavy-handed with butterflies?
Beautiful things. It's a different kind of art.
The reason the elves are all beautiful is when an ugly elf is born, they throw it into the pit and they become orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why all the orcs are ugly.
Yeah.
That's why they have. I always wondered why they have the elves, or why the orcs have pointed ears.
Yeah.
Like elves. So
Yeah.
I guess that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and why they're so resentful against the elves is because, like, the orcs are the ones that survived.
I think my favorite orc. Sorry, we're going a little past time.
Yeah.
Last thing.
Do we have any viewer comments to respond to? Is more important.
We don't.
Okay. Well, then, viewers, thank you. We'll be back to talk more about orcs and Morgoth next week. Well, next week. Okay, next week, Amber's going to take over hosting because I'm going to try and come in with a guest. So we'll do a role swap, and we'll try that out, and hopefully Dale will be here. So yeah, we'll be on for next week. I thought we weren't going to be, but we will be. I'll post that, and then we'll be back with the. So next week, I suppose, will be 2024 look back, and then the following week will be 2025 look forward.
No.
No.
No, I'm not. I'm going to
imagine all sorts of futuristic things.
I intend to keep signing my checks 2024 as long as I can.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could just still sign them
bounce checks?
Like 2016?
What?
Won't they just bounce?
I don't care. There's no funds anyway.
If you don't care,
I spent all on the hat.
All right. I think we're trying to end the show, so let's run the ending sequence.
All right.
Are you want me to do that, or are you going to do that? I can do that.
I've got it here. I'll do it.
You got it.
Bye,
all right.
So, wait. Let me just check if there's nothing else I'm supposed to do. Oh yes.
Aren't we supposed to all freeze when they run the credits?
All right. So I'll say.
Make it look like we're jumping in the air.
No. I don't have a graphic for next week's show. That should happen here. But all right. So I'm just going to thank the dear audience for tuning in and for commenting, liking, and subscribing. Please comment, like, and subscribe. We're artists. We need your comments, like, and subscribes. And don't let artists starve. Like, you be like good King Wenceslas. We all need art. You need art, and you need your artist friends.
Wait. There's one more thing we need to do. Philo.
Yes, Philo at 6.
Philo is going to be at 6 p.m. tonight, Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/artglitch.
Oh, yeah, that was supposed to happen at 11:55.
Sally Turtle Raphael or Philo. My Philo ran off with an octopus, so it is a live-drawn improv jam comic. Please watch Philo and join us and help us write the story. And so...
All right, we went off schedule there because, yes, we were supposed to do that at 11:55. Yeah. All right. Okay. Anyway, yes. So, yes, you need art. You need your artist friends to do well, so you can say you know successful artists and personally help to make them successful. So that's why you need to like and subscribe to our show. And we'll be back next week.
Here's a theme song for Chuck Whelan Showy. He asked me to write one, but I stole from David Bowie. Here's a theme song. Chuck Whelan is the best. We have lots of hosts, but we're running out of gas. Will you be our guest on? Will you be our guest on? Beyond the Chuck Whelan Show.